Family gathering, the channel is Mr. Biscuit Speaks. Preemptively believe in your boy. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the hype button if that option's available. Something weird happened in the 1990s. At the beginning of the decade, grunge just blows up the rock star fantasy and exposes it, right? The rock star prior to that was supposed to be like a superhero. He was invincible. But now, the rock star could be depressed and addicted, publicly, confused, lonely. He could stand in front of 20,000 people and essentially admit, I don't know what the hell is wrong with me either. By 1996 and 97, the world that produced Nirvana was already changing. Kurt Cobain was dead. Grunge was fragmenting, and American rock radio was looking for something that could preserve that emotional honesty without carrying, quite so much destruction, I guess, with it. And that's the opening Matchbox 20 walked through, right? The guitars are still there, the damaged voice is still there, and the anxiety to some degree is still present, but the pain doesn't sound quite like catastrophe anymore. It sounds normal, like even catchy. Guys, I'm going to show you my intro to Matchbox 20. Let me know if you agree with me. Something that you can sing while driving to work, and maybe that's the world ego hiding underneath this entire period, right? The idea of, I'm fine. The 90s had discovered that ordinary people were carrying extraordinary amounts of loneliness, addiction, family dysfunction, anxiety, and grief. But life didn't stop for that. You still have to go to work. You still have to turn on the radio. You still have to smile, right? And somewhere between the darkness of grunge and the polish of pop, America needed music for people who were functioning while hurting at the same time. And Matchbox 20 came along not only to fill that void, but to ask kind of a slightly quieter question, which is, what if something is wrong and tomorrow morning you still have to get up and live your life? Family, without any further ado, we're going to let him cook. Please cook, sir.
She said it's cold outside and she hands me my raincoat. She's always worried about things like that. Well, she said it's all gonna end and it might as well be my fault. And she only sleeps when it's raining and she screams.
Fam, I have to say, at the beginning, I've been thrown for a loop already. Because when he says, she said it's gonna be cold outside and she hands me my raincoat, she's always worried about things like that. To me, that was kind of endearing. It's like, she pays attention to the little things. Oh, but then very quickly in the next couple of lines, it shows that, it's all going to end and it might as well be my fault. That line, she's always worried about things like that. At first, it seemed like, oh, she's paying attention to my problems and she's a great caretaker. But then, like, she's the one that has to be taken care of. She's always worried about things like that. It's all going to end and it might as well be my fault. It's interesting just how one line can kind of be interpreted both ways.
She only sleeps when it's raining and she screams and her voice is strange. She says, baby, it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. She says, baby, well, I can't help but be scared of it all sometimes. And the rain's gonna wash away, I believe it.
Family, what does 3 a.m. represent? I mean, I know that, 3 a.m. is the witching hour. It's like, this very spooky kind of superstitious hour of night. You know what I'm saying? So is he appealing to superstition? It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely, right? Let me know if you understand that 3 a.m. reference.
I believe it. Got a little bit bit of something. God, it's better than nothing. And in a color portrait, well, she believes that she's got it all.
So yeah, he's talking about a person who is either paranoid or is very, very caught up in her own world, right? She's got a little bit of something, which is better than nothing. That's from the outside perspective. She's doing kind of rough, but she's holding on barely. But from her own perspective, right, she believes she's got it all. Like she's in her own, world.
She swears the moon don't hang quite as high as it used to.
Right.
And she only sleeps when it's raining. And she screams, and her voice is straining. She says, baby, when it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
Guys, this is the most scary example of like a tragic song set to really, really bouncy kind of popish music. Is Matchbox? Is this the Matchbox 20 thing? Is this what we're getting into?
When it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. Well, when she says, baby, well, I can't help but be scared of it all. Sometimes the rain's gonna wash away, I believe this. She believes that life isn't made up of all that she used to. And the clock on the wall has been stuck at 3 for days and days. She thinks that happiness is a map that sits on her doorway. But outside, it stopped raining. Be scared of it all. Sometimes the rain's gonna wash away, I believe this.
Fam, the clock on the wall has been stuck at 3 for days and days. That 3 a.m. kind of represents her internal mind state, right? So she's stuck in this mode, right? Her she's narrowing a little bit. Someone is kind of going away.
When it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. When she says, baby, well, I can't help but be scared of it all sometimes.
I can't help but be scared of it all sometimes. Family, of course, I could be wrong. That's why you're here. I'm malleable. But, I think that this song probably got used as a tool for normalizing hidden pain. 3 a.m. gave people a way to carry grief and loneliness and maybe family instability without needing to make a dramatic confession out of it. You could sing along in the car. You could hear it on mainstream radio and recognize yourself without having to announce, I'm not okay. So, in that sense, the song kind of becomes a kind of social container for private suffering. Grunge had often made pain explosive, and this song just kind of made it livable. And that may be its deepest use. It helped people discover that distress didn't always have to look like collapse. It's not always totally healthy to keep compartmentalizing things, but eventually you have to kind of unpack that and deal with what you're going through. But sometimes it looked like going to work, driving home, turning on the radio, and quietly thinking, somebody else knows what this feels like. Shout out to the Chris Cornells and Chester Benningtons of the world. So I'd make the reason, the world used 3 a.m. to give ordinary people permission to admit that ordinary life can hurt. Guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the hype button if that option's available. Please join me on the Patreon as well. drop me a PayPal if you want to see me dive into any other song. The link to that will be in the description below. Family, till we meet each other again next time, please stay balanced.